is Adrienne Fikes. I am the Soul Power Coach of soulpowercoach.com. I'm a cognitive and behavioral coach, which means I teach people to understand their unique life purpose and then use that unique life purpose to make better, more meaningful decisions in all 12 life areas so that they have more peace and more joy and satisfaction in their lives. I have always been interested in people and behaviors and noticing patterns of behavior. So I earned a degree in psychology that was focused on cognitive and behavioral modification. And this was from a research university where I was involved in some community interventions. And my frustration was because I was working in an early childhood space and I was on my way to become a child psychiatrist, but I noticed that no matter how awesome the interventions are for children, sending them back into an environment that won't necessarily support those new behaviors seemed like an exercise in frustration for me. So I moved into the space of adult learning and development, workplace development, organizational development, executive development, and it was the clients that I was working with that began inviting me to the meeting before the meeting and the meeting after the meeting to begin talking about what was going on, the factors outside of their work life that was impacting their performance. So they actually encouraged me over 10 years ago to get into the coaching space. So I started out as an executive coach, and now I work with people that actually want to come work with me. So instead of going into the corporate space, I have corporate leaders and other entrepreneurs coming to work with me. When people are looking for mental health support, I always encourage them to step away from the more generic self-help type of resources, books and tapes and things, because what might work for 100 people isn't necessarily what you need. And so I encourage people to invest in themselves, invest in understanding how you make decisions, what you need in your life. And whether that means working with a therapist or a coach or just making some different changes in the way that your life is organized, invest in the professionals that are certified and trained to help you do that. And so a lot of people come to me because they're not sure whether or not they need a coach or a therapist. And part of that conversation is, what is it specifically that you need? And so whether it is a coach or a therapist, a lot of my clients either are in therapy or were in therapy or are thinking about therapy. So this is not a substitute for therapy. Many of my clients come to work with me and realize that I'm helping them with that resistance to that specialized approach, that specialized help, so that what they're getting out of therapy is actually more helpful. So I always encourage people to go speak with someone about what's specifically going on in your life and what are the proper approaches to take to fix your problem, instead of listening to what might have worked for your friend or another friend. Take the time to invest in yourself.